This is what you might have missed on BCSN's Sports Nightly.
Back here on Sports Nightly with a very special guest here in the studio, Perrysburg High School grad, former Toledo Rocket, TJ Fatinikun, now playing a little bit of pro football for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First of all, welcome, and spent some time in Florida recently. Now you're here in Toledo. What's that difference in the weather like for you?
Man, I thought I was going to be able to bless, the city with some warm weather, but unfortunately it was, I came up during Super Bowl weekend, and that was that day, the next morning, the snowstorm. Actually,
so
the day, yeah.
It's your fault. Okay.
I hope it ain't my fault because of all the snow out there, but, I think I've adjusted, tried to adjust, right. And I think my blood might have got a little thinner, but, we're handling it pretty good.
And you're headed back to Florida soon.
Yeah, I'll be back down there very soon.
Very, very smart, very smart. Coming off your rookie season with the Bucs, take us through the process of what it was like. You played with 2 different Arena League teams.
Yeah.
Get picked up by the Bucs on the practice squad, moved up to the full squad.
Yeah.
Kind of take us through the process, and what was that experience like?
Man, yeah, the process was very long and also very rewarding. But the most that I believe that through that whole process was I was able to grow up as a man. Just going through so many different circumstances. I had 2 suitcases, and I took myself all the way out to Portland just to literally chase a dream, chase a goal that I've had for myself, after all the kind of setbacks that I had while I was in school. And so, I went out to Portland, and I was able to play. I played with a great group of guys out there. Never met them. It was like it took me back a little bit, kind of AU basketball, when you just meet guys from all over the place, and you guys are all chasing the same goal. And, God was with us all and blessed me enough to be able to, expand and be able to go ahead and move on. And from Portland, I ended up down in Orlando. I was traded for, because in Portland we needed a quarterback.
Yeah.
And Orlando happened to needed a pass rusher. And so Portland being the new establishment in the AFL League that year, we had some struggling. You can't struggle on the offensive side in the Arena League. And so with that going on, I ended up in Orlando. And within a week, I worked out for the Buccaneers. But, at that time, they kept me around for the last week of mandatory minicamp. And then they were like, okay, well, we don't want to take you away right now. We're going to keep you with the Arena team just because, they're professionals also. Right. They traded for you, and, they need you for their team and their success. And so I go right back to the Arena League. And that was, and man, the Arena League was an amazing league due to the fact that your love for the game shows. Those guys, you're playing for very little, the bare minimum, honestly. And as a rookie, it was very tough, adjusting to something like that. And that was when I grew up the most. I loved the game. And, as time went on, then my last game of the Arena League, I was able to play in Cleveland. And played in Cleveland, and I was just with my family that evening. I'm like, guys, I don't know what's going on next. I don't know what I'm about to do, and honestly, it was kind of an emotional time for me just because I played from February all the way through August, and I thought that was the end of it. The Bucs, they let me go after that little workout, which I did pretty good at. And next thing you know, that next morning, I get a phone call from a player personnel guy out with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he's like, hey, come on in for camp. And God, it was an amazing feeling just to be able to go compete again and knowing that I had at least even 2 more weeks to play football.
Be sure to watch Sports Nightly weeknights at 10:30 on BCSN and follow us on Twitter at @sports_nightly.